Hey, what's going on, guys? Indypride here, back with Milk and Cookies Total War,
And this is Madness.
and we are bringing you a quick update video. There were a couple of things we wanted to get talked about before Rome 2 drops in a week. Obviously, we're both very excited about it, but a lot of people, well, okay, no, not a lot of people. A couple of people have asked me about my computer specs, and I figured I'd just read those out here. I'll keep them in the description below as well, because reading some of these things out, I'll do it, but I don't know if it'll be useful for you, so obviously I'll put it in the description as well. I got a Intel i7 LGA 1150 4770K central processing unit. I got a Z87X UD4H motherboard, a GTX 660 Ti from EVGA video card. It's a pretty nice card. I'm really enjoying it so far. I have Shogun 2 maxed out, and it looks really, really great. So I'm hoping that Rome 2 it'll be maxed out as well. I believe it will be. A Corsair Vengeance 16 gigabyte of RAM, split 4 ways, a Corsair HX 750 watt power supply, a ETS T40 Enermax 120 millimeter CPU cooler, which I've really been enjoying. My computer is very quiet, and that was one thing that I definitely wanted to make sure of when I went out to buy a computer. I don't like the ones that have extremely loud fans, because it just, to me, it always puts in my mind the picture of like all my stuff overheating and just getting screwed. So the fact that it's really quiet, I don't know. I haven't actually checked the temperature on my comp yet, which is one thing that I should probably figure out how to do. I think you have to go into BIOS to do so. But regardless, I want to check out my temperature, but it runs really quiet, so that makes me happy. And I got a NZXT Phantom red steel and plastic case. Thing is heavy. It's a full tower. So if I can, I'm going to try to get picture of it or video of it at some point to actually show you guys, but at the moment I don't have really any way to do that. I don't even have a smartphone. I'm using a phone from like 2005, so I can't even like record. I don't have a camcorder or anything, so I'll try to do that at some point. And to round it all out, I have a 2 terabyte internal hard drive. So pretty nice computer. I'm really happy with it so far. I still have to, I'm just using someone loaned me a copy of Windows 7 Ultimate, so I need to actually buy a real code for it, and I might have to reinstall everything. But that's all I have to say about the computer for now. Again, the specs will be in the description below. And now we're going to get on to probably more important stuff. So, Madness, do you want to talk to them about the plans we have for the Fall of Samurai co-op campaign?
Well, there isn't a whole lot to talk about. It's just that we actually finished the campaign last week, and we have a lot of footage. My hard drive is full with that, and there isn't really going to be a whole lot aside from co-op campaign in the coming week. Basically, I think I'm going to have to do one part a day, so to get it all done before Rome 2 comes out. So for those of you who enjoy campaign, that's going to be a great time, I hope.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if we'll have time to actually do anything apart from campaign, but well, we might figure something out. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I mean, yeah, I understand a lot of you people subscribe for multiplayer. Rome 2 is going to be dropping in a week. We're going to be bringing you all the content you want for that, probably. So if you hate our campaign, I don't blame you. Whatever. Just deal with it for a week. It'll be fine. It's actually, the ending to the campaign is unique on YouTube. Like, I guarantee what you see at the end of the campaign, you have not seen in any other co-op campaign on any Total War game ever. It's actually pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. But if you guys want to watch it, that's fine. If you don't, whatever. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I just wanted to add one thing. We'll be probably continuing to cover Shogun 2 multiplayer. It's just not going to be as frequent as it used to be. But just like Medieval 2 and Rome, we will do it occasionally, and it's not just going to be Rome 2. Just to have that out there. Okay, so let's move on.
So now, for the final thing, and probably what you guys are most excited about, is Rome 2. Now, we are going to be doing tons of multiplayer content for that, for sure, guaranteed. We're also going to be doing a co-op campaign for that as well. So what I wanted to know was what multiplayer factions you guys were most excited about seeing, and which factions you'd want me and Madness to play for our co-op campaign. Now, there are some ground rules, and I'm not going to say it's a vote, because at the end of the day, it's going to be our call, what we want to play most. I'm gonna have to look at the unit list to see what each faction has to offer. Usually it's the faction or the unit list that gets me most excited for a faction. So if they have a lot of cool units, it's probably going to be a faction I'm going to want to play. We'll just have to see. But I still want to gauge what you guys want us to play as, because it's still important to us. So one thing I am going to say, Rome and Carthage are completely out of the picture. There's no way in hell we're going to be playing those for our first co-op campaign. Boring. Basically, like, I feel like most people are going to be doing Rome. I've never thought, even in Rome 1, that Rome was a particularly interesting faction to play as. So we're throwing those out right off the bat. What we were thinking about doing was Parthia, Egypt. I think that would be... not Parthia.
Pontus.
Pontus in Egypt. I think that would be a very unique campaign that you wouldn't see very much of on YouTube. So tell us your thoughts on that. And tell us if there's any other factions you want to play. We could also do something like Greek city-states together, like Athens and Sparta, maybe. I feel like that might be a more popular theme on YouTube, like more people would be doing that. And we do obviously want to make it unique. And then, of course, there's also barbarian stuff. Or just some random thing. I mean, at the end of the day, we could do something like
Parthia and
Parthia, yeah.
Yeah, or Iceni and Parthia, and who gets to Rome first, and you know, something like that.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty interesting. That would be very, very interesting. There'd be no co-op about it at all, but that'd be kind of cool.
Just a race.
Yeah, absolutely. But so yeah, let us know your thoughts on Rome 2, what you guys want to see, and what multiplayer factions you want us to play as first as well. All that stuff matters to us, which is why we're making a video about it. So, can you think of anything else you have to say, Madness?
Not really.
Okay. Well, guys, we will see you when Rome 2 drops. Enjoy the rest of the campaign, and we will talk to you later.
See ya.